Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds 2. We're here in... What is this place called? Point Obviation. About to figure out what's going on with the stolen research from Aeneas? Was that her name? Aeneas? That the Anchorites have taken, or one of the Anchorites took, and killing the other one. So we gotta figure out what's going on here. We can find her. Oh yeah, we've got some things to read. We read that one, right? Yeah. Got some interesting pieces of history, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Alright. Meteorological attunement apparatus. Environmental changes can influence one's understanding of the universal equation. Temperature, humidity, and wind speed are all contributing factors. By closely observing weather conditions, an anchorite can forecast an optimal day for math. Scope of outrospection. While an ordinary telescope is outclassed by deep space observation satellites, they are an accessible way for anchorites to contemplate the vastness of interstellar space and their place therein. I imagine some of these moons are probably good for like a ground telescope, right? Because one of the big problems of like ground telescopes on Earth is that our atmosphere just blocks out so much. Augury focus device. Many seers and anchorites use focus devices to keep their attention trained on challenging equations. The device itself has no direct function, and most are cobbled together from spare parts. Their tactile nature calms the mind. It's like a fidget spinner. Or just like a fidget device, not a spinner necessarily. Orb of pondering. Anchorites use devices like this to ponder one of life's many existential questions. What is the cosmos but a series of interconnected orbs? When the enormity of their calculations become too much to bear, the simplicity of the universe helps an overworked anchorite to center their mind and ponder in tranquility. A bell. Bell of orbital redirection. Scientists once theorized that sound waves could steer the trajectory of a planetary orbit. This theory was never tested in earnest, but several prototypes of orbital bells were fashioned at 1 billionth scale? 1 billionth scale. Damn. Further study was abandoned since a working model would exhaust the resources of a planet and prove nothing more than its own irrelevance. Orb of greater pondering. See the orbs of pondering exhibit just to the left. This orb is larger and therefore more expensive. Please do not touch. Ponder from a safe distance. Touching. Alright, we got a computer over here. Logs. Trials and Tribulations. From Sir Bujold. Order Research Station 99139 is better known by its shorthand appellation, Point Obviation. Yet in a world ruled by logic and reason, it would be celebrated as the most consequential order facility this side of the archive. Here, my Department of Preemptive Casual Redirection conducted world-shattering trials and feasibly volatile atomical electrodynamics research, harnessing the four fundamental forces to accelerate solving humanity's greatest mathematical problem. Instead of a celebration of our efforts, we faced constant tribulations until Point Obviation was shuttered long ago. Ignorant colleagues posited my trials were dangerously flawed. The firmament was falling, they claimed. The end of the world was nigh. How pedestrian and paradoxical. Had I been allowed to continue, we would have achieved ascension. Their ignorance has delayed our collective bliss. When was this written? Because this is not good. Because this is Anais, right? Whatever her name is, Bujold. Does not seem like she is against her research at the moment. Maybe this was old, though. Cosmos in a battle. From Sir Bujold. Test Chamber Alpha is where the mathematical magic happens. Site of the boldest research in the history of feasibly volatile atomical electrodynamics, nay, in all fields of scientism. Here we work toward simulating the entirety of everything in a chamber no larger than your average habitation module. Our cosmos in a bottle. Trials were always going to be safe. Anchorite supervised with a control experiment conducted just one level down in test chamber beta. This was not reckless science. And yet, we were shuttered. Our aging equipment spread around the anchor hold like it's some museum of obsolete apparatus. Perhaps I'll create informational plaques for them as a punchline for this cruel joke. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell like when this was. It doesn't sound like the Bejeweled we talked to, though. This one seems very fanatical and, you know, uncompromising. But I mean, if she was against us, then why did she help us at all? Unless she's just trying to throw us off her trail? I'm not sure. A fresh restart. After more than 20 years of inactivity, okay, this is now. Test Chamber Alpha is refurbished and ready for the recommencement of our daring experiments. A shortcut to solving the universal equation is within reach. Allow me to reiterate, these are not the allegedly dangersome trials of yore. The test chamber has been remodeled into a new anchor hold for Anchoress Brun, who has exemplar oversight for all new trials. How heartening to see a new group breathe academical life into my old research. Accuracy is their primary concern, followed by the safety of personnel. Meanwhile, I have taken this opportunity to recalculate the experimental risks, filling in any corners cut in my initial round of research. Best to settle your affairs and feed your domesticated animals now, colleagues. Soon enough, we shall achieve ascension. Marisol? Okay, I guess I'm just not going to tell you that one, huh?
This?
It seems like a big thing we should probably talk to her about.
Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchoress Chow's argument that violence is sometimes necessary. I admit I have modified my stance toward that more recently. I understand your actions led to Seer Wiley's unfortunate demise. Such a bright boy, such promise. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist?
We came here after finding Anchorite Chow's body in your manifesto posted nearby.
It was more of a disputation as a scholarly objection than a manifesto per se, but why quibble? Anchoress Chow is very much against it. Her accident was quite tragic. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes?
It suffered a willful absence of both title sheet and Oxford commas. Remind me the rest? Yeah, it wasn't very memorable to me.
You're right, it did. Normally, I'm the soul of fastidiousness, I assure you. I hope you can forgive my unconscionable error as I summarize my main points.
We'll overlook it this one time.
Whoa, don't speak for me.
Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work.
And I just realized that's like their whole thing, right? That's what the universal equation is to end human suffering. Somebody should really give these guys like the teachings of the Buddha. Like, I feel like that would save them a lot of trouble. um. Do you have research? Do you have research from Sir Bujold that was locked up at Winter's Grasp?
Oh, you're an admirer as well?
Yeah.
It's one of the very things that led me to agree to lead the efforts here. I believe it's the way forward for the Order. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researchers' theories.
Really? Sir Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Not unexpected. We literally read her email. So, like, we knew she was here. But again, so many games these days just assume their players don't read. How long has she been working here?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to join us immediately. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming.
She's just downstairs?
Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sir Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
Okay. I suppose there's still a chance that... I mean, the email seemed pretty damning for her. But I suppose there's still a chance that... she's here to try and... change the experiment safely.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press them to verify my settings. Thereupon, we will begin.
Splendid. While others pontificate, we act. I await word of our success with bated breath.
Let's pontificate.
Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again?
I don't trust her. Kind of want to go back and reread that last email to see... it seems like she still wants to go through with her experiment. She's just tweaked it, right? I suppose if she... No, that seemed like a... I don't know, it seemed like a journal entry. It wasn't like an email to somebody, was it? Maybe it was. I don't know. Hold on. What are you even doing here?
I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way.
I don't know. What do you mean, like, he left me behind again? Like, I'm pretty sure, wasn't it the case of, like, she could get out of that facility without getting caught, but we couldn't, and so she left? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I didn't, you could have come with us. I didn't, none of us stopped you. As far as I remember. Weird. Let's move on.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment.
Why even do the experiment? What exactly does muck with entail?
All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the second floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent.
Another day, another vent.
It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
You know, I know Marisol said, like, we can't go in and just destroy it because then other people will try to do it, which I don't know if that's actually true, but I feel like this is a bad idea to, like, try and do the experiments, though, just with different inputs. Like, what if things go terribly wrong because of this? Whatever. Test chamber controls. I guess we don't want to initiate experiment yet. Wonder what happens if we do it right now. Logs. Big picture. Exemplar Southworth. Feasibly volatile atomical electrodynamics research is a controversial field. Many a tenured colleague have dismissed it as junk scientism, yet they simply lack the cognitive capacity to understand its underlying principles. We focus on the smallest of small things, the fundamental building blocks of the universe, to weed out anomalous variables and extrapolate only the necessary inputs for solving the universal equation. In layperson's terms, we create a big picture from a small one, with the hopes of accelerating our academic voyage to ascension. Oh yeah, that was definitely layperson's terms. If only others in the order also saw the big picture. Calculated risks. It is a question I have often pondered. If Sir Bujold's feasibly volatile atomical electrodynamics research was so promising, why was her facility shuttered more than 2 decades ago? My colleagues at the time posited that her experiments were fundamentally flawed, chaotic, even calamitous. They claimed the study of fundamental forces would produce inconsistencies in garbage data. Celestial slosh, they called it, using layperson terminology to twist their figurative dagger in her life's work. Some feared such tampering with atomical electrodynamics might even cause a catastrophic cascade and potentially override our own universe and all life in it. Impossible. Well, improbable. Let's call it extremely unlikely, but what is scientism if not calculated risk? Back to work. Scientism marches on. After more than 20 years in mothballs, the Department of Preemptive Redirection is reopened for business. Sir Bujold's feasibly volatile atomical electrodynamics research is back online with my reclusive attention. Trial preparation is in process. Point Obviation has that intoxicating new equipment smell, while Bujold's original and apparatuses are on display in the anchor hold as a monument to her life's work. We are ready for the boldest experiment of all, to spawn a mini-universe to simulate and solve the universal equation speedily, safely, and most importantly, accurately, or at least within the margin of error. I'm highly confident no catastrophic flaws will be revealed. Okay. Alright. So we can't be seen. So to that, we're probably going to want this. So I can see where these guys are. Oh, is it just the one?
Indelibly, I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Civil power. Sounds like a good thing to do. Am I not tracking the right quest here? Oh, there we go. What am I doing in here? Important reminders regarding in-ray settings. Novice empiricist Pelfrey. As one hopes you should recall, in-rays act as a capable proxy for the cosmic ray that constantly bathe all matter in our universe. For our present experiment, in-rays must be fired continuously through the tubes leading to the test chamber in order to provide desired test results. Fail-safe measures that maintain this stream are accessible in the ventilation shafts. Theoretically, the failure of a single fail-safe could be acceptable, but this has been untested thus far and could cause the stream to vacillate in a wild and or uneven manner. Please note that if it is necessary to temporarily interrupt the stream, use the fail-safe switch in the room and not the one in the ventilation shaft, because it sometimes goes wrong. It's more difficult to detect if the one in the vent has been thrown. Yours in science. Okay, so we want this one to stay on. Once locked, in-ray settings will no longer be modifiable. Read the instructions before doing so. Okay, just making sure there's not anything else. Oh, I thought you guys were like an animal up there. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, seems like this is the right one to do. Okay, we're gonna climb back up in here. Good. Good.
Check enemy light just
All
turned.
solutions precede problems.
Good thing he didn't notice the companions. Okay. We're gonna find the notes on this one. I can't see anything.
A sequence largely summoned to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from neither of our archie.
Huh. Okay, novice empiricist Palfrey. It is almost impossible to create the specific electrochemical reaction necessary to simulate the wide array of elements needed to populate the microuniverse. An exquisitely well-calibrated amalgamation of metallurgical elements has been placed perfectly inside the macrowave in preparation for the experiment. Just leave it alone, please. Using science. Okay. Replace the exquisitely well-calibrated amalgamation of elements with a weird-looking rock. Or background and professor here. Slightly rotate the exquisitely well-calibrated amalgamation of elements by 0.01 degree counterclockwise. Microwave is starting. Your change here should have some effect on experiment result.
I'm no tenured archivist.
Perfect.
That sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
I don't know who he's talking to. Alright. See the notes over here. Novice Empiricist Palfrey. As I have repeatedly stated, it is an inordinately tricky matter to set all components of the test in the correct manner to simulate a functional micro-universe. Even the slightest error could undermine our vitality, or our vitally important efforts here. For the seemingly infinite time, maximum uranium flow is absolutely required for the highest probability of experimental success. If the flow is less than 500 gallons per minute, test results will be entirely skewed. Years in science. Okay. What does this do? Okay, you can lock the final settings. Okay. I don't know what did that do. Ideal settings 400 PM. Do not alter. I'm a little confused about what I'm doing here. $300 PM. Is anything telling me like how much I've got? Oh shit. Can't we just take them out? I don't see like any indicator of how much we actually have. Maybe it is on the locked thing. Maybe that tells you. Okay. Does it say? No. Okay, so that would be 400. This would be 300. That's 700. How much is this one up here? I'm a little lost on what I'm supposed to do here. So I mean that's 700 there. Is this like another 300? Is this not telling me how much this is? Trying to see if there's like any sort of indication. I really don't know, guys. Like, I feel like I'm missing something. But I don't see anything that it could be. I'm just gonna lock the final setting. Whew, that was close. Okay. So we just got this one to go through now. Probably should wait until he goes back through. Yeah, I feel like I probably messed that one up. But we didn't change it too much. Maybe it won't be noticeable. I don't know. Okay. That was close. I'll take that. Unconfigured Alta Vitae sample. Okay. So I gotta find another sample in here? Yeah, okay. I'll read that when we find the other sample. If I find the other sample. Where's the other sample at?
Hard to get in a good sleep cycle.
Oh, right there.
Constant permutations upsetting.
Can I do that?
No longer
quietly. Okay, Novice and Pierce's Palfrey. This can be used to send an Alta Vitae sample from here into the experimental test chamber. A pre-configured sample is on hand and ready to be sent at the appointed time. Its nucleon levels have already been precisely configured to coax simulated life from primordial soup of the microuniverse. Do not, under any circumstance, combine it with an unconfigured sample or send an unconfigured sample in its place. With your lack of training, both would be obvious, but especially if you simply sent an unconfigured sample. Yours in science, tenured Acturian Himmelfarb. P.S. I am unaccustomed to having to particularize in such a degree of pedantic detail, but recent misinterpretations on your part have convinced me it is required. Yeah, go and send it. No, it's like a little go to the bank. It's always fun. All right, well, we did what we could. I don't know if we did it all correctly, but, you know, she really probably could have given me more information, if I'm being honest.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin. Void the oxygen on the terminal and the
Alright, let's do it. Sorry to interrupt you there. I didn't think you were going to keep talking. Purge oxygen and initiate experiment. Let's see how we did. Nothing's happening.
Did it work? Did it work? See, Bujold, was it a success? What happened?
That looks like
Hold
something.
the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good.
I mean, it looked kind of cool back there. It'd be a cool little aesthetical thing, right? Can't we just kill her? This is going to involve math, isn't it?
All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You
I'm
mean
good
one
at
of
that.
our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
None of that sounds particularly easy. Nah, it's good. Seriously, this is our only option?
A brain-off against an order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
Niles, what do you think about this?
I've seen plenty of folks shot. Never seen a logic bomb brain off. That's getting my vote.
We should try to undermine her confidence. If we fail, accidental death is our fallback.
Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't be our first option here. Too many drawbacks, both mathematically and ethically.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet.
I've had brain offs before. Come on. Enough chit-chat. Let's get going.
But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchorus to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely.
All right, let's go.
Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
So that's not what this is supposed to look like? I guess it almost looks like a... I don't know. I guess it doesn't look like a universe per se, but then again, I've never seen what a universe looks like from the outside. So, what do I know? Anchor's Brun. This is not going how I thought it was going to go. I thought we were going to be shooting this place up. I kind of like it. Much more subtle. Hey, it's time for a brain off.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything.
I will say she probably deserves a punishment of some sort. Right? She did kill her colleague, but you probably don't want to give her an inhumane death, huh? I hate to break it to you, but the experiment failed spectacularly.
What?
No.
It couldn't. Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry.
I mean, this is what we want it to be, right? Because we don't want her to try it again. The experiment was deeply flawed on a conceptual level.
Really? In what way?
The test assumes universal constants never vary. Can you be absolutely certain of that?
Everyone knows probabilistic variance doesn't occur. That's established bedrock. Not that I spend much time in the lab myself. And, well, with science, one is never truly certain. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected. An anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say.
Do I? It's just like, hey, you failed and it's not going to work. Is that making a lot out of it? The experiment ineffectively operationalizes Seer Bajold's already iffy research.
Really? Really? I doubt you've had ample time to review everything assiduously enough to fire both barrels like that. Though I admire your operational candor. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom.
Are you sure? Because our predictions imply both are inevitable if you pursue this.
Oh, is one of you a seer now? Because I put considerable more stock in the prognostications of the Order's prime mathematicians than I do any old run-of-the-mill soothsayer. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant.
The seer came to sabotage the test because she thinks you're going to get everyone killed. You think it's brilliant because you fail to grasp all its intrinsic errors.
That's both incorrect and rather mean. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure.
You're grasping. The foundation of everything you've been doing here is unsound.
Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. I fear this was a waste of valuable time.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add.
By all means, please.
There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate.
That's what I said.
This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
I kind of want to just kill her now.
We tried. Our fallback plan's our only option now. Head for the hatch.
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
I'm gonna kill you because you're dumb. Okay? My god. Where's this stupid hatch? Oh, is that what this is? Where the frick is this hatch? Hatch! Over by the elevator? Oh, right there. Ooh, careful. Ooh. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna kill you. It's not my fault you're dumb. This limited access control system was originally devised to reroute ventilation between the two test chambers during special, larger scale testing. Doing so now would expose the refurbished chamber to the toxiferous atmosphere created during the earlier mini-universe experiment. Connect. Hey, level up.
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems had been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for Anchoris Braun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately. Oh, such a terrible shame. Farewell.
Yeah, everybody's gonna buy that. It's a bit... if there's nothing else, that's a bit convenient. Okay. So I'm guessing if we had gotten everything perfectly, then we could have convinced her. Like, I don't know, unless like the actual, oh, I have one more perk. Oh yeah, I get one more perk. That's right. That's right. Or skill, rather. Okay. Leadership here. What do we got? Anything that's mixed? No. Leadership 5, though, camaraderie. The party gains significant damage resistance for a short period of time after reviving or being revived by a companion. Additionally, taking damage no longer reduces your progress to reviving companion. Ooh, that's actually really good. I'm gonna get that. Yeah. And then everybody gets their max level thing. Force emitter. When an enemy gets within melee range of Niles, he activates a sonic shockwave in an area around himself, dealing damage and knocking all enemies down. Has a cooldown. The force emitter also slows down incoming attacks slightly, granting Niles additional damage resistance. Or smokescreen emitter. Niles releases a cloud of smoke on his current piece of cover or position, granting camouflage to party members in the area. While camouflaged, the party is invisible and deals bonus sneak attack damage. Ooh. Invisible enemies and deals bonus damage. We can get that. Highlight our sneak attack abilities. And then Marisol throws a gadget that emits energy to all allies in a radius, while within the radius, that party's weapons are electrified, dealing damage, bonus shock damage, and gradually recharging your gadget's energy. Or Marisol occasionally throws a gadget near you that confuses all enemies in an area around it. While confused, enemies wander aimlessly. I like this one. Alright. So is that the end of the quest? Yeah, there's no follow-up. That's... Okay. Let's see if there's anything going on outside. Ooh, I'll take that. For my troubles. There might have been something in... Maybe there was something in the room we didn't go into. In the experiment resources room. Whatever it's called. I don't know.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Ancrus Brunn falls prey to an unfortunate accident right after you and your consort arrive.
Crazy.
And we are all to believe these events are unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
When you operate outside normal models like we do, anomalous events just tend to occur.
Sounds like a glorified way to describe agents of disruption. I'm skeptical that you lacked a part in all this. Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned series of mishaps that simply appear to be your fault.
A biased tendency towards facts confirming a hypothesis can lead to faulty decision-making.
Oh, listen to you. You could almost pass for a member of the Order. Yet, the greater facts of this matter remain unevinced. And I remain unconvinced.
Ooh, you're a poet. Just shoot her. I really just want to start attacking people, to be honest. You've all put an outsized amount of faith in Sir Bejolde's science. She's a fraud.
Really? You don't say. I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were going to take this. I can't believe Ancrus Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplars of the Order, commence hostilities!
Also,
I've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Yeah, I know.
Trigger finger's still tight.
Reloading.
Energy trend.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Thank you for that.
Get it while it's energized.
Oh yeah, I'll kill you all. Oh,
Shit, a little help. Gotta fix me up first.
damn it, man. I was dead. Get up.
Knew you had my back.
Thank you. I knew you knew. Alright, good. I get to kill them all. Thank God. These guys annoyed the crap out of me with their science talk. I'm an archaeologist, damn it. That's a damn physicist.
Fact-checking the enemy's whereabouts.
Re-engaging.
Take them all down. It's what I do. Clean house. Leave none alive. It's what must be done.
Resorting to violence.
Reloading.
Fortificator is charged. Energy transmitter deployed for battlefield recharging. Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
Where are they? What am I missing?
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Go take care of him.
Come at.
Commander, throwing
Where's the
energy
last guy at?
Dropping smoke.
Ooh, getting in the smoke. Aw, that would've been good. If I could hit him, this would be great. Oh my god.
orthodox at best.
There we go. Should have just done this from the start. If I'm being honest. Don't know what you guys were on about. Like, oh, we can't kill them all, otherwise somebody else will continue the research. No. If we kill them all, nobody can continue the research. What do you mean? This is what Arcadia's done to me. Turned me into a mass murderer. It's alright, it's just war, guys. It's just war. Give me all that. Give it all to me. Alright. Just funny how you managed to get out, huh? Nobody questioned you? You blamed me and not you, huh?
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Say, I know this was difficult and rather a mess, but you listened. You tried to do right before you did what you must. I appreciate it, the attempt. No matter how that may sound.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye.
That was a weird... okay. Doing all right after all that, Marisol?
Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Seer Boujol sure was something. Hope you didn't take any of her harsher comments to heart.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get on the ship and go to the workbench. I know we could use Niles, but we gotta get on the ship anyway. And that's all the companion quests done. And, I mean, unless something amazing happens in the next few areas.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good?
Give me 1 second. Let me get your armor sorted. Marisol. Okay. Marisol's pistol now charges her companion ability when it deals damage. Also, it deals slightly more damage. This pistol now extends the duration of hostile effects on her target. Nope, we want that. Yeah. Ooh, it's got like a little thing on it now. Cool. Alright, and then your armor. Marisol gains a shield whenever you spend gadget energy. Also slightly increases the effectiveness of her armor. It's charged for her companion ability whenever she takes damage. Ooh, changes her cloak. That's cool. I like it. Yeah, I want her companion ability to be going off constantly if I can help it. Alright, now we can talk.
I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through.
You stuck thinking about what happened to Anchorite Brun?
A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. We could have done better by Anchoress Brun. If we'd properly convinced her to abandon the research, I'd doubtlessly still lament duping her, but she'd be alive. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brun rears its head, it will need to get in line.
Any blame for Anchoress Brun's fate should fall on her and that exemplar. She did murder her friend and colleague, so I'm like, I don't feel that bad for her.
Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead.
At least we don't have to worry about the universe ending now. For that reason, that is.
I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely.
I'm sorry, did you want to talk, or did you just want me to, like, talk at you? Like, what? Okay, now I can ask her how she feels. I thought that's what we were here. Have any other old flames who might threaten the fate of the galaxy I should know about?
Let's say there are no present perils from my romantic past I'm aware of, though I can't rule it out completely. No, I'm thinking more about Anais. She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you.
The credit's all yours.
No. There's plenty of credit and blame to go around. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
So, companions. Now that we've done all their quests, just real quick, I'll go into more of my thoughts like after the game, because I have some thoughts about this game. A little lackluster. Like, the quests were good, but there weren't many of them. The dialogue that was there was all right, but there wasn't a lot of it. And yeah, you know, like, I love Marisol, but I'm not sure if my love for Marisol is completely unbiased, because like they might have just happened to pick a character archetype that I really, really, really like, you know, which I guess is just badass old lady, just like Salia. So, who knew that that's one of my favorite archetypes? Actually, my first ever D&D character was like a 120-year-old half-elf woman that was like a badass monk. So yeah, I have a type, but yeah, I don't know. They're just very shallow, right? I know, like, we played a character that wasn't really going to try to force a change on any of them. They were going to try to subtly change them, and the game didn't really go for that for anybody besides Marisol, which is another reason why I like her the best. I guess Niles too, we changed, but Niles was a bit different, right? Niles was more of our apprentice, so I was a bit more forward with what I thought he should do. But Tristan, I definitely didn't change him. He just went down the same path, and same with Azza, and Val doesn't have anything, and obviously Inez didn't have a chance. So yeah, I think the companions, I know, like, from the little bit of like reviews I've seen of the game, or just like thoughts on the game, companions were definitely a down point for a lot of people. I saw some people say, like, at least they were better than Avowed. I think the companions in Avowed are a lot better, or at least the way they're done. The banter's a lot better. These guys have like 2 lines of banter, and then they just repeat it over and over again, and they barely ever do banter. I just felt like there's a lot more dialogue options with the other with Avowed characters too, but we'll get into more of that when we finish the game. Speaking of that, we probably don't have a whole lot left to do we? We got to take this back to Cloister, Auntie's Choice, and now that, yeah, which I think that's what we'll be doing next. Plaza's Garden, don't know where that is. I think that's in the archive, and that's in Auntie's Choice's place. And that's the, yeah. Okay, so we need to go back to Cloister. So we'll fly back to Cloister before we end the episode. I forgot we could just skip it. All right. So in the next episode, we'll go deliver this and see if they can get us into the archive. I'm kind of feeling like we might not even go to the Auntie's Choice ship. We're gonna do it just because, like, you know, I want to see it at least, but I have a feeling we're just gonna end up killing all Auntie's Choice people now. We're kind of a very brutal person at the moment, but yeah, I'm gonna stick with these guys. These are my 2 favorites, I think. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Until the next one, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.
That's the archive right there. The archive.